We're going to be coming to you this next few weeks from Manila, the Philippines, and from our Asian campus conference. And we have Scott Douma from Yokohama, Japan. Pastor Scott, welcome to Winning in Life.
Well, it's good to be here.
We rode on the plane together.
Yeah.
And with your wife Naomi and your children. Scott has been in Yokohama how many years?
In Yokohama, 20 years.
20 years. Just talk a little bit about what's happening in Japan, because people, when they think of that nation, don't think of it as a nation where there's much church growth or church planting. Talk about the difference now, whereas you started 20 years ago, the difference in the changes in the climate there spiritually.
Well, I first moved to Japan about 25 years ago, and the average church there was probably like 10, 15 people, very small. But now you're seeing more and more churches growing. There's a lot of people coming. Probably the biggest difference is young people. We're seeing lots of high school kids. We've been able to start some outreach groups on different universities and things like that. And just this last week, we had a team come in from Hawaii and did a outreach on several of the campuses, and we've just been seeing things happen like we've never seen before. So it's really exciting.
So now, when you got to Japan, did you speak the language?
No, I had to learn the language. So I had studied in Hawaii for a little bit, but then when I went there, went 2 years to special language school. So you preach in Japanese? Yes, sir. I try to.
Okay. Now, how many churches do we have in every nation in Japan?
We have 6 churches, from all the way up in the north of Hokkaido down to below us, about a couple hundred miles south of Yokohama.
And so out of those 6, you're American, but with the other 5, they would be Japanese pastors.
We have some Japanese pastors, a New Zealand pastor. We have a couple other American pastors, and it's quite a mixture. Yeah.
So would you say the openness in Japan has changed? I mean, are they more open now, Japanese to Christ, than they were before?
Much more. They've always been very polite and very kind, gracious people, but the young people now, their hearts are just wide open like they've never been before, and it's a great opportunity for us right now, Rice. We're seeing more growth than we've ever had, so it's a great time.
So in the days to come, hopefully we can talk more about this, because no matter what your city, what your country, where you're watching, these principles that you're seeing work in Japan for spiritual revival, for spiritual openness, wouldn't you say that they would work in any context?
Oh yeah, it's just like we always say, each one, just reach one, and you don't have to touch everybody, just touch your friend, and that's how we've been seeing the growth in our churches. The crusade mentality we used to have and just get tired all the time, but now just friendship and just discipleship, and it's the same stuff we're doing all over the world. It even works in Japan.